Okay, hi guys. I'm back for another video. I said I was going to do two videos. The cruise video I was going to talk about. Then my sister came in, and I had to talk about my samples I got. Um, so, and that again on my nose is where I scratched myself with my own nails. Don't you just hate that? You scratch your own self with your nails, and you make yourself bleed. Anyway. So, I'm going to talk about my panic attacks fitting in with my cruise. Me and my family took a cruise back in December 2014, came back January. So we left last year and came back this year, as we say. Anyway, so, that was really weird. Yeah, cut, that was really weird. Anyway, so, we went on a cruise. We went on Carnival Dream. It was my first, me and my sisters and my aunt's first time going on a cruise ever in life, and my first time out of the country. So I had to get my passport and everything. Um, they don't, the passport, they don't make you smile. You can't smile when you get passport. So it looks like a mugshot. I was like, you gotta be kidding me! It's like a driver's license. Or license. It's like your mugshot. But we went to Honduras, Belize, and Mexico. And now, when we arrived, we had 2 sea days, I believe, 2 sea days. We left on the 28th. And then we left on the 28th. We stayed down. Before that, we stayed in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I forgot what hotel we stayed in. But we stayed in a hotel in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to get down to um, New Orleans, um, and went down there. So we departed on the 28th of December 2014. We had 2 sea days before, and that was amazing. Me and my sister participated in this scavenger hunt, where me and my sister faced off each other. She was on this one team, and I was on this other team, and we, she won, her team won. She got the trophy. They all got a carnival ship on the stick, which I really wanted a carnival ship on the stick, but I got a medal, a Carnival Dream medal, which is, I still have it somewhere. I have it somewhere. I don't know where, but I have it. Hopefully I still have it with me. But, I got second place, so that's pretty good. When you board the ship, they have it's a muster station meeting, a mustard, 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 I don't know if I'm saying this right, muster station, where they tell you safety if there's everything going wrong. Like, if the ship is stuck or something, if the ship is stuck and the electricity goes out, or if there's any emergency you need to use the lifeboats. That's what you're assigned to muster A, muster B, C, or D, whatever, or whatever it's called. But the our cabin was a very tiny. They had very tiny doors. It was like tiny door. It was that big. It was a tiny door in person. I mean, you can't just you can't go in there two people at a time. You have to go in one at a time. That's what doors are made of. But our it was pretty much a regular size. I mean, my little sister slept. It had the top bunk of the bed came down under from the ceiling. It came down from the ceiling. Our stewards makes your bed for you, so you don't have to worry about making your bed. But you gotta make sure to keep the room clean. And then I have formal nights. Formal nights are in your dining room. That's showing on your card. And I don't know where my card's at, but they have different colors for how many times you've been through Carnival on a Carnival cruise ship. Blue is for first timers. Red is for second timers, which I eventually want to go to red. Then they have gold, and they have platinum. And I think platinum is above gold, and platinum is you go on so many cruises, and I envy those people. I really want to be those people. But we went but we had 2 sea days. We had 2 sea days out, and they were amazing. Before on the second sea day, we had a party. We had a youth party, or party in general. We had a party before we docked in Honduras the next day. And so I'm not really much of a party person, but it's like a party ship for family. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy a party. You know, I'm not gonna be all mopey and all that like where some people are. So I'm just gonna enjoy it. So I went to this party, and we were doing the how to do the Dougie song, and I learned how to Dougie. I learned how to do the Dougie. I know, white person know how to do a Dougie. But that's not here nor there. But I learned how to do the Dougie. I learned how to do the wobble. My mom knew how to do the wobble before I did. I was like, what is the wobble? I never heard of it. And so now I hear the wobble. I have to turn the song on and do the wobble. But you go back, you go forward, it's fun. And then I was dancing with this group of ladies, and I guess they were dancing with these guys, and these guys just keep on dancing on me. I'm like, what? I just keep on dancing. I'm just like standing there just dancing away. I was like, yeah, I don't really care right now because we're in a party. I don't really care. But it was just fun. We got I still have we have a hat with Hawaiian flowers across it, and we had like light up necklaces and light up bracelets and just a whistle necklace and all that. It was super fun. And the guy who hosted the scavenger hunt that my sister won at that, and I'm a winner too, so we both won at that. Was is from London, England, whatever. It's from like the UK. I'm like, I want to know his name because he's cute. but you know, I can't get as a boyfriend. But technically fiance. But and he's really hot myself. So anyway, so Too bad he didn't go on the cruise with me. But but anyway, it was fun. The cruise was fun. It was my first time cruising, and I was just in awe. I was like, oh my god, is this a dream or is this a fantasy? Is this like a dream of mine, or is this in reality? You know, you don't know if it's real or just a dream, or you just dreamt it. But if you dreamt it, it takes like forever if you dream it. But it was real, and throughout the whole ship, it's 24-hour food. It's like basically you can get 24-hour food buffet, depending on what food you want. Like there's pizza there's Italian bar, there's a buffet on it. You can get 24-hour food service. It's just amazing. They have like lobster on the ship. They have shrimp on the crew on the thing. Steak, lobster, steak, crab, frog legs. My favorite. I love frog legs. I'm the only one in my family who can stand frog legs, because I love frog legs. And then after I heard about frog gigging, I want to go frog gigging and actually make the frog legs myself. But the first stop we did was in Honduras. And you can see the trash on the side of the road, and nobody really picks up the side of the road. You can see trash here and there, but overall it was nice. Once you got to the check-in desk for Little French Key, Little French Key is a private island that's owned by this family who takes in animals and rescues them. They rescued a lion who had a really bad cleft palate and really skinny. And now he's just fun, playful. He's fun, playful, and he jumps around, he eats. I mean, they feed him a lot. They rescue these animals from different locations. Monkeys, horses, a jaguar, lions, birds, you name it. That's what I really like about them. I'm an animal person myself, and if I would rescue animals, I would. I don't right now. But I do have 2 rescue dogs in my house, in the household. The first one that I got is a rat terrier. He came to us. We rescued him. We took him in, and it was really bad. I mean, the previous owners neglected him. Basically, he didn't care about him. He wandered off his own. He wanted a new home. He was basically thinking, I want a new home. Can you take me in? Because he was tired of being neglected. His tail wasn't cropped very well, and he was just in poor condition. Not that poor condition. But then our second dog was the boxer. We got him from these people in Bella Vista, where we live now. We got him a long time ago when we lived in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Now we live in Bella Vista, so he's back home, living with his new family. The other family couldn't take care of him. Rescued him from Humane Society. Took him in. Couldn't take care of him no longer. Very friendly family dog, so we took him in. So there are 2 rescue dogs that we took him in. But that's very awesome of them. of little French kids who uh, to adopt those animals, to rescue them and put them on the island to show to people, hey, we are all about animals. We are not just a destination for your enjoyment. We are your destination for enjoyment, but also show off the animals that we rescue, and it's for your enjoyment as well. They also have swimming with a jaguar, swimming with horses. You can horseback in the water. You can swim with the jaguars. Basically, just float in the water with the jaguar. They have a bar and grill. They have free Wi-Fi, which is amazing, because you know those international data charges, go up. So, me and my family stopped at the bar and grill and just did the free Wi-Fi. Bounced our pictures that we took, uploaded them to Facebook or send them to people. That was cool. When we got to Honduras, it was not like Arkansas, not like the U.S. The U.S. was in winter, whereas Honduras, Mexico, and Belize, they were in summer. They were like in spring, in the summertime. So that was kind of nice. I loved that. When we got there, it was, however, rainy, which I didn't really care for because I love the rain. The rain makes me sleep. But it was cool. I had a monkey lala. Everyone had tried a monkey lala, which is basically mixed with Honduran rum, mixed with just regular rum, Honduran rum, and chocolate, all that goodness. It basically tasted like a chocolate coffee. It's just delicious. Then I tried a pina colada, which I love that. I tried a Sex on the Beach, which love. Monkey Lala is my favorite drink. Sex on the Beach is my second favorite drink. Very fruity. Long Island iced tea is not mine. I don't really like all that alcohol in there. No. I had to anyway, then we got back on the ship. Then we went, the next voyage that we went on is, the Belize City, Belize, which we did cave tubing / ATV tours. And it's through Butts Up Cave Tubing, which you guys can search online, go online to look up Butts Up. I would recommend Butts Up. At first, when I saw cave tubing before I went on this cruise with my family, I was nervous because I have panic attacks. As soon as we got there, we had to go on the bus ride, where I tried cashew wine made from cashews. You can taste the dark rum in it, but you can taste the cashew in it. Cashew wine, I love it. But the guy on there had to they have to ask everywhere I go. They say, even when I was in Belize, people, Roton, Honduras did not care. They did not care if I was, because I believe in Honduras you have to be a certain age to drink, like 18 or something, 16 or 18. Mexico don't really care, because they like, oh, you look like 16 or whatever. I'm actually 22. So in Belize though, one of the lead bus drivers, had to ask me how old I was, and he didn't believe me. So my dad backed me up, and my dad's like, believe me, she's 22. So he's like, okay, 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 I'll believe you. So I tried it. You can taste the darkness in it. You can taste the lightness of it. You can taste the exoticness in it, like the dark rum mixed with the light rum, and the cashews. It tasted sweet. I loved it. Most people on the bus did not like it, but I loved it. I just love alcohol in general. Sometimes. But, and then we went on cave tubing, and they provide you with a tube, and a helmet light, like a helmet light, just the helmet light, not the helmet. And then of course you have to strap on your, life jacket just in case. For me, it's all the time. I have to do a life jacket at all times because I can't swim. So it's sad that I can't swim. I don't admit that a lot, but because I'm afraid of people making fun of me because I can't swim. But I don't, at this point, I really don't care, because, you know, it's my choice. If I don't want to swim, it's not your choice, it's mine. Whatever. But we had to go through a river, a rushing river with a rushing current, and there's a rope tying off. That means that that's the end of your cave tubing excursion. So we went through the rushing river. My panic attacks were sky high at that moment, but I'm glad I did it because we had to go through this. I held on the rope so tight, and there's limestone at the bottom of the river. So I was like, no, I can't. I held. That was okay. I held on the rope, and it was guiding me. That was okay. And then the second time we had to go to the second part of the river, we had to run. We have to rush. We have to walk across. And this part of the river did not have a rope whatsoever. And I freaked out. I just completely freaked out, to the point where my dad had to yell at me, like, doing it now, blah blah blah. He had to yell at me because I was so freaking out and I was so shaking. It's making me emotional, but it's emotional because I feel bad that I couldn't do. It makes me feel bad that I didn't walk across myself, and I had my dad pull me across the river on my tube, and then he was carrying a tube, and he was carrying me on a tube of mine. So, but as soon as that was my phone. Get the phone! Get the phone, people! Ugh! Oh my god. No one picks up the phone, I freak out. But I guess, my panic attacks, I feel so bad that if I could do that again, I would, but I would have my panic attacks spiked up so bad. Then, as soon as I was on the tube, we were at the beginning, at the ending of the cave, and we were going inside the cave, I was all calm. Like, we turned on the lights, the cave was beautiful inside, The only problem I had was our leader, which is a Bolivian, if I said that right, person, that works at Butts Up Cave Tubing, and he kept on grabbing onto my tube that was connected to my sister's, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, don't pull me in the water, don't pull me in the water. But overall, it was nice, relaxing, but at the ending, when we got out, my panic attacks were out, but not that bad. As soon as it's like a lazy river, but ever since, my sister likes to pull me in the water sometimes when I do lazy river, so when I lay back on my back, like I did on cave tubing, I kind of freak out a little bit, because I'm afraid that someone will pull me in the water with them, and then my panic attacks. I cry, panic attacks, I shake so bad and all that. And then, but when we got out of the water from cave tubing, it was like a struggle, because I got my foot stuck. I got my foot stuck in the cord that was connecting the tubes, and I was like, oh no, get me out of the water now. I'm gonna fall. But my mom, dad, and everyone was so supportive of me, and they were all comforting me. It's like, oh, you can do it, you can do it. And then after that, we went on ATVs. We went back to the hut where they have the ATVs, and we were doing the ATV tours, and that was so much fun. I did not know how to ride ATVs, and it stayed on second gear, and I had this one of the guide's son with me, and he's like, do you want me to take over? I was like, no, I want to do this. You know, that was my first time doing ATV rides. I loved it. I got money. I love that's my thing. ATVs, getting myself money, all that. You can definitely tell sometimes I can be a country girl. But, or a country girl, sorry. But, I got my dad covered in mud from head to toe. It was awesome. And then the next day we arrived in Cozumel, Mexico, and I've always wanted to go to Mexico because it's my favorite, and I love to go to Mexico. So I went to Mexico, and so I guess that was on my bucket list, so it got marked off. So we went to Cozumel, Mexico, and we went to swim with the dolphins. This is where my panic attacks come into play, most likely. We went to go to swim with the dolphins in Dolphinarius, where they have dolphins in tanks, and you get to play with them and talk to them and communicate with them. So we were waiting our turn to get into the pool, in the tank pool area, Okay, so it's not bad because they have sandbars in the water. That's fine. So we waited our turn, And I told Mom, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I have panic attacks, but I'm going to face my fear and get into water and swim with dolphins. I chickened out. I was like, I got into the water. They called her name. I got into the water. And as soon as I found out how deep the water is, the water came up to my chest. And as soon as the water came up to my chest, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I chickened out. I'm like, I'm staying up here. I'm staying on the sandbar. It's it. I'm not doing it. So everybody's like, my dad's like, why are you not going with us? And it's like, I can't, I'm not doing it. I was shaking so bad. So I was holding my mom's hand and my dad's hand, and my mom's like, whoa, you're shaking so bad. And I was like, yeah, I know, I'm shaking so bad. I'm like sitting there shaking so bad and crying because I didn't want to do it. And it was like, everybody, we had another girl. We had this other girl in our group who can't swim either, who doesn't know how to swim, has difficulty swimming, can't swim at all, and she doesn't, but she don't have panic attacks, I don't think, but she wasn't scared to do it. She faced her fears, she did it, which I'm proud of her for doing that. And it's really funny because the dolphins were getting the dolphin that we were getting a little frisky, like sticking her tongue when they were the kids. But, I believe our dolphin's name was called Lingo, and I love Lingo. It's like, I stayed up on the sandbar, and they gave us snorkeling masks before we went into water. And I was like, I wouldn't need this, but okay, I'm taking it anyway. I got into the water. As soon as they were putting on their scuba gear, their scuba masks and all that, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm putting my mask on the concrete. I am not doing it. So everybody went to go swim with the dolphins and play with the dolphins, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh, I could have been out there, I could have played with the dolphins, but that's not what happened. I may have stayed on the sandbar, but the trainers are so friendly, and they are so reasonable. They understand you. They really understand you. If you're scared, I'm trying not to cry, but the trainers would communicate with the dolphins, and basically they would have the dolphins go to you and let them pet them. And let me tell you, dolphins are so soft. Dolphins' skins are so soft. You don't know how many times I've read on articles in like Japan or China or wherever where they use dolphins as a food source, or whales, or dogs, or cats, or whatever. No. If you play with my emotions like that, you will have an angry girl on your hands, because that don't fly with me. But as soon as I felt the dolphin, I was like, oh, it's so soft, I can cuddle with it. Like, I can cuddle with dolphins, I can hug them. So the trainer, taught us how to communicate with the dolphins, how to make them speak. You do this, you do that, you make them speak. If you cross your arms, You cross your arm, not you do this, you cross your arms or something, and I forgot what the kiss sign is, but you can kiss them, kiss the dolphins. The one girl who was in our group, who was scared like I am, but she faced her fear. She went up to kiss the dolphin, and the dolphin rejected her and stuck his tongue out at her. Like, oopsie. The dolphin did not like her. He liked me, of course. I don't know why, but the trainer had the dolphin come up to me on the sandbar and let me pet him and touch him. We had the photo package so we can take pictures of what went on, and the whole experience was amazing. But I felt so bad. I still feel bad that I wasn't able to face my fears like I said I would. So basically, I felt like I let my family down. I felt like I let my mom down when I said that, hey, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna face my fear of my panic attacks and all that. But I can't control that. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went in the water. I'm glad I went in the water. I'm trying not to cry. I'm glad I went in the water and did that. The next after that we went back on the cruise ship. We went back on a cruise ship. We had 2 sea days before we came back to America. And after we got back, we immediately turned our phones on when we got back to the port. We turned our phones back on, and so that was a big spender right there. This cruise was a big spender. Because they had like, you can go shopping in the cruise on the cruise ship. They have shopping outlets. They have I can actually show you guys one thing I actually got. And it's not there. But oh yeah, I got a spider. No. But I actually got I got a bracelet from the cruise ship. And it's starfish. It's a starfish. It's gold. It's a gold bracelet and starfish. I forgot where I put it. I will find it. But overall experience was amazing. I just love seeing the cultures of so many. We got in Cozumel, we got free food from Dolphinarius. We got to sit down and eat fajitas, which was amazing. Belize, we got to eat tamales. One thing I noticed, Belize makes tamales with the chicken bones still in the chicken tamale itself. So that was kind of weird. But it was just amazing. Although I did have guys flirting with me on the trip, on the cruise. It was weird. And then in Roatan, Honduras, we got free food as well, some free drinks, free food. Mexico, we had free drinks in Mexico as well. I got a mudslide I got a mudslide in Mexico, which I love. Chocolate. But yeah, that was my trip. So sorry if this video was it's so long of a 7-day cruise trip. I was hoping to make it into a detailed version. But sorry again if this video is so long I bored you to death. If I bored you guys to death. But now you guys know I have panic attacks. The one person who has inspired me to make this video and talk about my panic attack is a girl, is a YouTuber on YouTube called Graveyard Girl, and I'll link her channel below. She was talking about her trip to the Bahamas with her and her husband, Mad Dog, and I love them. I love that channel. I love her channel. I love watching her videos. You know, at first watching her videos, in the beginning, I thought she was annoying because she was loud. I thought she was loud, obnoxious, just kooky. But now that I've learned through her, and sometimes I learn from her. Sometimes she inspires me, like right now. She inspired me to make this video. She talked about her panic attacks that she had in the water, in the tank, and stuff like that. She had no problem talking about her panic attacks. I have panic attacks, anxiety attacks, whatever you want to call it. No, I've not been diagnosed with it, but I know I have them. I know I have panic attacks. They spike up so many times. Water mostly. Stuff like that. So now you guys know I have a panic attack phobia. It's like I'm just scared of people trying to dip me in the water and me drowning. I have a fear of that. So she inspired me for that. So what inspires you? What if you guys have a story like mine? I want to hear it. So comment down in the comment section and tell me, like, what's your story? If you have panic attacks, anxiety attacks, claustrophobia, whatever, any mental illness that you have, I want to know your stories, cause I take them, I read them, I would read them, I take them, they're constantly in my head. I'm like, oh, she did this YouTuber did this, and so I can learn from that. So I was like, so I can learn from my panic attacks. It's just it takes me a lot of time to deal with it. So if you guys have panic attacks, anxiety attacks, any mental illness, claustrophobia, any kind of phobia that makes you have panic attacks, anxiety attacks, or just depression or whatever, you are not alone. You have people around you that support you in everything you do. So don't let that get to you. Just have people talk through to you, and make sure everything will be fine. Everything will be okay. So that's it for now. So bye.